Let's be honest, we've all spent way too much time dealing with exporting data from 5 different marketing platforms every month to show the client how well their ads or website is doing, which is exactly why Swydo exists in the first place. So today I'm going to show you how to go from 2 days of work to an incredible report in under 2 minutes. So let's dive in. So this is the main page. This is where you land every time you log in, and you'll see here some of your stats, your account stats. So for example, recent clients you've been working on, as well quick actions, create a client, a new report, and what's new. So some news about Swydo. You can just move here like that. Some help videos, and as well some data, so how many clients you have, reports, sources, and so on. So the first thing that we recommend doing is creating a client. You already have clients here, but in your case, you'll click on new client and name it. I'm going to name it test. Now, second step is connecting the sources. So please go to the data source tab here, click on new data source, select the integration you're interested in. So it could be Facebook, and click on new connection. All right. So you have to add your credentials, accept some permissions, and that would be it. After connecting the account, it will look something like this. In this case, I'm going to select the example data and click on create data source. All right, once the source is connected, then you can start creating reports. You can, of course, add more sources at this point. We're going to go to the report tab here and click on new report. We have two different options we can offer. You can start from scratch, so adding the tables and charts one by one, or you can start with one of our templates. So since we only connected Facebook, I'm going to type Facebook here, and this is the Facebook ads report template we have available for you. Just click on it, make sure the source is connected, and then you have two options here. You can create the report out of the template or have it linked to the template. So this second option works if you want to have the same structure for multiple clients at the same time. So instead of updating each of the reports, you only have to update the template. But at this point, I'm going to create the report out of the template. And once I click there, the template will pull from the account connected and it will look something like this. So the first thing that you'll see is the overview text. You can make changes in this, of course. You can then scroll and see what the report offers, remove things, or keep on adding more elements. All of the elements inside the report are editable. So for example, if you want to change the presentation in this chart, you can just enter the settings, click on the presentation option, and let's change this to a bar chart. In this case, column chart. All right, so I'm going to save it. You can, of course, also change the dimensions. Right now, this is displaying results per day, CPC and CPM. You can change this, but I'm going to save it. Other options inside this chart is that you can add filters. So if you want to be really detailed about something, you want to display maybe a specific campaign, then you can add a campaign filter. And of course, the date range inside the chart can be different from the report's date range. So right now it's showing the last 30 days, but you can just select the last week if you wanted to. I'm going to save the changes and it will look something like this. All right, so this template also has different sections. Right now, we were in the overview section, but if we click here, campaign analysis, we're going to move to a secondary section or page. Right now, this is campaign data, ad set, the actual ad previews, targeting performance. We move a little bit further and we'll see some audience data, right? This is example data, by the way. So none of this is real. But of course, once you have your account connected, then it will look a little bit different. Okay, so what happens if you want to add more elements in the report? Then you'll see that there's a plus sign icon all over the report. You can just click on it, and we have different options here. You can add a widget or KPI, which would be any of these elements. Text and images. You can add a page break. If you're exporting the report as a PDF, then you can decide when a new page will start with a page break. You can add a spacer. This would be only for the look of the report. And you can also add a manual KPI, which will let you just add any value that we cannot pull. This could be, for example, your agency fees. All right, so I'm going to add a widget or KPI. Select the account we have connected. And then you can just scroll down until you find what you want to add. Let's say leads. This would be a KPI. You can scroll a little bit further and you'll see different options. So let's add the rows and clicks by day chart. All right, so what if you cannot find a metric in here? Let's say I want to
look for different lead metrics. So right now the presets are only showing 2, but if I click on the advanced settings, you'll find more options. So for example, cost per lead, I'm going to select this one, select the category. Let's just choose from the campaign insights category, check if all the settings are correct, save the widget, and it will look something like this. You can, of course, then move the elements around, make things smaller or larger like this. And once you're happy with how the report is in the structure of the widgets, the metrics, you can customize it a little bit further. We have some branding options available. They are here. We have some templates you can start using right away. For example, this is one of my favorites. The report has a different feel now. You can, of course, customize it with your own colors, your logos, and you can upload your own images as well. So now we are ready. You like the report, the looks, the text, the widgets. Now you can export it. We have 2 different export options. We have the PDF and we have the dashboard. The dashboard is an interactive link that whenever you share it with your client or with someone else inside your company, they could see real-time data. So this interactive link will also update whenever you make a change in the original report inside Swydo. And if you click on the date range and select today, the results will change accordingly. If you don't want the person who receives the link to be able to change the date range, you can also remove this option. And yeah, you can also protect the dashboard with a password, and you can enable the AI option. All right, so let's just try that. Right now it's enabled. I'm going to refresh this, and now we have the AI bot here. You can just ask whatever you want, but let's just ask for a summary. All right, it will go through the whole report and give us a summary, right? Okay, we can come back to this in a minute. For now, I'm going to show you some other options available. We have the scheduling. So you can schedule the report to be sent automatically daily, weekly, or monthly, however you want. You only have to select the start date, your time zone. You can also compose a nice message for your client, decide the export option, so dashboard PDF or PDF link, and of course the report's date range. Then you save the schedule and the report will be sent out automatically. So here it is. It's going to be sent out the 1st of April. You don't have to enter Swydo every time to make changes to it, unless you want to make changes to the text, of course, but we'll take care of the rest. Now, you have also the AI option available for yourself. I'm going to again click on the summary. And while this is loading, we can check what the dashboard looks like now. It gave us a nice summary. You can just copy it as well and can, of course, keep on asking more questions. All right. So I'm going to go back to the original report. Here's the summary. And the nice feature is that you can include this summary directly into the report. So I just added it as a text. Here it is. Okay, other features, you can filter the whole report at once. So if you want to see results for only a specific campaign or only a specific ad, you can do it here. So you can filter like that. Okay, you can see the recent changes here, only changes made by me so far. You can also change the language completely. So we're a Dutch company. Let's see if this changes to Dutch. Of course, not the text. The text you have to edit yourself, but some of the KPIs here are changing automatically, which is great. If you really like the structure of this report and you want to keep on using it for other clients, you can save this report as a template. Here it is, save as template. You can also copy the report to another client bucket and change the data source. So those are some of the features for regarding the report. Let's say you have in one client, you want to see amount spent or cost for Facebook and Google Ads or any other platform. So you can easily combine sources. We don't have right now a secondary source, but we can add it. So let's select Google Ads here and our example data. Okay, now I have Facebook and Google and I want to see the combined cost. Here it is. All right, so we have it ready. You can also just duplicate this KPI and change the type of presentation. So let's select this as a table. All right, and let's make sure that it shows the source name. Right, save the widget. And here we have cost per source. You can, of course, add more elements to this table. So clicks, impressions. And of course, the metrics will vary depending on the platforms that you select. You can add up to 5, and we have different platforms you can choose from. All right, this is it regarding the report. Now, if you want to know a little bit about monitoring, we can go to the menu here, monitoring. And some of the features that are included, of course, in our base fee is that you can see all your clients at the same time. So, for example, here we have our Botticelli client, Engage Lab, Market Go, and so on. And we can see the clicks for each of them. You can also see combine clicks. So right now this is showing Facebook, Google Ads, and Microsoft. And you can also create different individual views. So only results for Facebook, only results for Microsoft, or clients per specific location. So only US East clients or only European clients. All right, so this is really helpful if every morning, instead of going into each of the platforms to check budgets or cost or engagement, you can have everything in here. We also offer monitoring boards. The boards are created per client, and these are basically mini reports. Just by entering Swydo, you can see what's going on. So yeah, you don't have to be creating reports if you don't want to. You can also create boards. And in this feature, you can see the boards across all the different clients as well. Okay, the same goes with goals. We have the goals here across all our clients. This is just for pacing basically. So in here we have amount spent, and we can see how well we're doing based on the time period we've chosen. And the same goes with alerts. You set up a target and see how well the metric is doing based on the time and the target you set up. All right, so these are some of our main features. We are happy to show you more in depth each of them, and for that we'll have separate videos. I hope this has been helpful, and if you have questions, please always let us know. There's the bubble chat on the right side, and we'll be happy to help.